The Bureau of Land Management is moving to fast-track the permitting process in the Western Arctic. And this means there are not going to be any site-specific environmental assessments, reduced public and tribal comment period, no subsistence evaluations. Instead, the Bureau of Land Management must approve the projects within 60 days. We're not going to do cumulative impact assessments, no differentiation between special areas and regular areas in the NPRA. This is a big change, and it comes after almost 200 tracts were leased in March by 9 different companies, including tracts previously negotiated by the Norse Trilateral for their right-of-way agreement, which was negotiated during the Willow era, presumably to win favor with Norse residents and reduce opposition to the Willow project. As you can see, tracts were leased in the Norse Trilateral right-of-way agreement. This is because that right-of-way agreement was rescinded at the end of 2025. If you're not familiar with the special areas in the NPRA, I'll quickly go over them. Kasigaluk Lagoon, Colville River, Perd Bay, Udakok River Uplands, and the Teshekbuk Lake. The fact that they're fast-tracking this permitting process is incredibly concerning, especially when you take into consideration that they're not going to be looking at the special areas and they're not considering subsistence use areas. Having the Norse Trilateral right-of-way rescinded is incredibly concerning, especially when you consider how people felt about the Willow project when it was happening. They had done the minimum amount of commenting period. People were on the phone with the Bureau of Land Management begging them not to do this because they literally were in the middle of a pandemic in the height of subsistence season, and it was first times that they were doing these remote or Zoom commenting periods, public commenting periods, because of the pandemic. And everyone was concerned that the most important people to have input on this, the elders, did not have the technological know-how or the ability or time to learn how to use these systems in order to comment during this period. In order to placate people, they gave the Norse Trilateral right-of-way, and then they took that away. And on top of that, they are taking away the NPRA Mitigation Impact Fund, which was put into place to offset the negative impacts of oil and gas in this region. It's been set in since 1983, and now they're taking that away. These three things are a huge deal: the rescinding of the Norse Trilateral right-of-way agreement, the fast-tracking of the permitting process for the Bureau of Land Management, and the NPRA impact mitigation funds being taken away from the North Slope.